Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's episode of the Day in the Life series of the Tech Talk with me, Kazeem. On today's episode, I have the community champion herself yet again, Isidora Katanic, on the show with me. Welcome back to the Tech Talk show, Izzy.
Hi, Kazeem. Thank you so much. It's so great to be back. And I have to say, you look absolutely stunning. I love your outfit.
Thank you very much, Izzy. I'm wondering, shouldn't there be an award like a community champion? Is there one? I mean, you should have one already.
Well, actually, now that you say, there is. So the Cloud Community Champion. So it is actually a community award, and I did win the first one. So when they launched it, yeah. So I did.
Okay, so you're welcome back, Izzy. So let's start with an introduction. So even though you're not new on the show, but just for people, the benefit of the people knowing you for the first time. So can you tell us a little bit about you, Izzy, and what you do?
Absolutely, yeah. So thanks again, Kazeem, for having me on your show. I'm very excited to be back. And for those who are joining for the first time or who haven't seen me on any of your previous shows, I'm happy to introduce myself. So my name is Isidora Katanic. You can also call me Izzy, just because that's very easy to remember. I'm a cloud and data center Microsoft MVP based in Switzerland. However, I'm not Swiss. I'm born in former Yugoslavia. I grew up in Amsterdam, the Netherlands, and I live in Switzerland now for soon to be 5 years. I work as a community manager at Experts Insight, which is a Swiss company, and I'm happy to tell you more about my day-to-day job over there. And also, as a big passion of mine, I'm the co-hostess of Head in the Cloud, Heart in the Community, which is a video series I run together with my partner in fun, Holly Lehman, who has also been on the show with Kazeem. She's the product marketing manager for Microsoft Teams at Microsoft, based in Seattle. And we just, love to work together on our show and to have lots of amazing guests interview them, hear about their stories. And of course, that's one of my biggest passion to host that video series. That's not all. I'm also part of the organization of Experts Live, which is the IT community conference fully focused on Microsoft cloud, data center, security, modern workplace, lots of interesting tech topics, bringing the whole community together. So yeah, I'm definitely Izzy busy. And what else? Well, also very, very important, I would have almost forgotten, I'm also a mom of a 10-month-old daughter. And that also, of course, keeps me busy and occupied. So yeah, that was a little bit about me.
All right. Thank you very much, Izzy, for that introduction. So let's begin with your daily routine, Izzy. So you mentioned you have all of those things going on. You're also a mom, and then the community engagement already. So what does your daily routine look like as a community manager? And how do you also manage to squeeze in all these other bits that you do?
Yeah, so basically my daily routine, well, I will start from the very beginning, because my day does not start at the moment I turn on my laptop. It starts when when my baby girl is my natural alarm in the morning. So yeah, basically I get up, I first take care of my daughter. Most important, of course, being a mom, you have to take care of your kids. So I'm in the morning focusing, being a mother. And then after that, she goes to either her grandparents or she goes to the daycare, which allows me to do my job and my other community passions, which I find very important to both have a career as a family. So I do have to admit it is a bit of a juggle. And I also don't think it's something that, I will just like quickly learn and then master it. I think it's an ongoing journey of learning and exploring how to make the best out of that combination. Then very important to me is my coffee. I absolutely love coffee. I cannot start my day without having my cup of latte. And then I think what's very important, being a community manager, is to be aware of what is happening in the community. So together with my coffee, I open up my laptop and I scroll through Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, the news, basically check out everything that I've missed or that has happened. Keep an eye out on what our community friends are doing about other conferences and so on. Then, of course, I check my emails. That's also important. But mostly I communicate, at least with my team, over Microsoft Teams, which is then, of course, the next platform I go to check out my team's messages, and of course, my favorite platform to collaborate. Let me see what else. If you have any questions in the meantime, then just feel free to shoot. I can keep on rambling about my day.
So let's take on the next one. How did you become a community manager? You know, I was hearing from someone mentioned to me recently that it's best to build your business off your passion, right? And not necessarily the other way around. So let's hear from you, Izzy. How did you become one? Was it a skill you had to learn formally, or was it just something out of passion for you?
So definitely out of passion. So it's purely out of coincidence that I rolled into the tech world. And becoming a community manager, it was not something which, let's say, I wanted to become or I wanted to be in, that I went to study for that, or it just somehow by coincidence I grew into that role of being a community manager. From basically just being very much involved into the tech community, attending conferences, speaking at conferences, organizing conferences, being active on Twitter, trying to be on top of everything that's going on. So it really started out of a passion rather than that I went to study for it to become one. So it's really, like you said, make your work out of your passion. Well, that's definitely something that I managed to do. So I'm very happy about that. It's like every day. I mean, you asked me about my day routine. Well, the interesting thing about being a community manager is basically that every day is so different because you're really depending on what is happening out there. So I really start my day being very curious what is happening out there, or what happened out there, or what call for speakers are open, or what blog did somebody write. So it's really like a lot of other people in the community, they made my day. And I think that makes it very exciting, very challenging, very interesting, because I really don't know how my next day is going to look like.
So, Izzy, you stay in touch with the community from time to time, right? So I was mentioning just before we kick off the show that your session yesterday was awesome, right? With the other guys on the MVP Summit roundtable.
That's NDA. That's NDA. Cannot talk about it.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for reminding me again, Izzy. You keep in touch with the community from time to time, right? So what lesson have you learned, or have you taken from being engaged with people of the community all around the world?
So I would say how helpful and how meaningful the tech community is. I mean, I really, really love how even people I have not met before, I don't know in person, like how supportive and how helpful they can be. And that's something that, I really believe in that power of the community. And I also think it's very important that, especially now, of course, for the past, before I would say months, but I think it's now, almost 2 years that we're talking about the pandemic. But how much, the community really has meant for me, and especially running the video series together with Holly, Head in the Cloud, Heart in Community. How many guests we had on our show to tell their story and how they experience community. And I think that's also very helpful for me as a person to learn from them and to grow. And it's a never-ending story. I could keep on talking about it.
I'm launching a new channel, right? And I thought I should launch the channel by asking trainers, for the trainers, asking the trainers all around the world about that one thing they wish they knew before they became trainers. And the responses was awesome. So I'm going to throw the same question to you. What is that one thing that you know now, but you wish you had known way back then?
So I think I wish I would have known that the world would like shut us down, that we would be tied at our home offices, not going out there. Because if I would have known that before, I would have hugged my community friends a lot more. I would have gone to many conferences, much more than I went to. I would have spent lots of more time with the people from the community. Especially when I think back about one of the last events I attended, which was Microsoft Ignite in London. I'm not sure if that was January or February, but it was definitely early 2020. And if I would have known that was the last conference I was going to attend for a long time afterwards, then I would have definitely, spent a lot more awareness to it. Yeah, I think that's one of the things I wish I would have known.
So let's try to wrap up now, right? With your advice, what advice would you like to give those upcoming people now about building and having a strong community? You know, what are some of those benefits you think they will stand to gain as individuals, and maybe the community will also stand to benefit at large?
Yeah, so I would definitely say don't be afraid and to reach out for help, because that's something that really is in that power of the community. People, they are there to help you, and they are happy when you reach out and ask for their advice or ask for their support. Maybe their technical knowledge can be anything. I think just be open in connecting with other people in our tech community. And for me as a person, that has meant so much. I mean, just to give you a very recent example. So during my pregnancy, the company I used to work for decided to shut down, and suddenly I was without a job, and I had to find something new. And thanks to that power and that connection of the community, it was so amazing to have so many companies around me where I knew somebody was working at, or I could have get in contact with, which got me there where I am today at Experts Insight as a community manager. So I really think it's also very beneficial for yourself as a person, that when you are in need of something, that community is there to let's say to catch you or to help you and be of a support. So definitely build your tribe, build your network, make friends in the community, stay connected, stay in touch, and you will see there's definitely going to be a day that community is there where you need them the most.
Yes, thank you so much, Izzy, for your time on today's episode of Day in the Life series of the Tech Talk. So it's nice to have you back on the show again. I mean, the first time you were on the show, I think that episode I really wasn't proud of, because the clarity really wasn't there. So this one I hope is going to be way better than the last one. So thank you very much.
No, again, don't say. You should be proud of every episode you have done. I mean, I totally feel you. Same with our video series. When I see previous episodes, I was like, oh, I wish we would have done that differently. Or yeah, it's a learning journey, and you improve and you learn in all kinds of ways. And that's something that I have also definitely learned through the show. You grow as a person, but you also grow in other skills. So for example, we're also trying out new technologies to record our show. And anyways, Kazeem, be proud of every show you make. We're very happy to have you in the community.
Thank you very much, Izzy. So you've heard it from Izzy now. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, so it's Tech Talk with Kazeem on YouTube. So please do subscribe. And if you like this episode, please do give it a thumbs up. So from myself now and Izzy is the bye-bye, and I'll see you again another time. Thank you.
Bye,
Izzy.
everyone. Thank you.